Hi, I'm Josh Strom. I'm a firefighter, EMT, paid and volunteer for the last 15 years. I have a lovely wife and three kids, and come from a father and a brother who's also in emergency services. And I have PTSD. Um, my father and I, actually, ironically enough, was in EMT school together in 2001, finished in 2001. Um, and we got to compete and study and learn a lot from each other. And but I'd say the one thing I did learn from my father, who is a professional firefighter and former rescue squad captain and former assistant chief of a volunteer fire department, is that when I would witness my father run calls, he would stuff those calls. Now, I never did see his creative outlets or his outlets to deal with them, but I always saw the stuffing. That was one behavior that I had learned from my father. My brother, who's a fire captain, I could tell you that we kind of do the same thing. We stuff our calls down. And I can also tell you that all three of us on one call ran a very, very bad call with the children involved. And I can say we can go down a list of all the times we've worked on the rescue squad together, running calls together, that we've run quite a few. But I can tell you that my tipping point wasn't just one call. It was a combination of calls that I've stuffed. But it was one call that caused me to walk away 3 years ago. I've been married twice. I'm on my second marriage. Hopefully this is the marriage. I have three children and a loving and caring wife. Was married once before with no children, and was going through EMT school and working as an EMT on a professional paid EMT on an ambulance. During that marriage, I was also a volunteer fire department PIO, public information officer, during that first marriage, and I can honestly say that maybe some of my depression and anger had played a part in that divorce. But going back to that one call, I ran a call before the birth of my third child, and that call just opened up some wounds, and my wife started noticing withdrawals, which is one of my negative coping mechanisms. Is I withdraw from society. So she told me to go seek help. So I went out and sought help, and from that one call, I started dissecting all of them. But there was one call of all those buried calls that I can tell you that hurts the most and still hurts to this day. And I'm going to make another video, and I'll tell you more about that call. But in this video, I'm going to tell you about, I started recognizing that I had PTSD. My coping mechanisms, a little bit of alcohol. I didn't really drink that much, but if I really wanted to get away and I had some time, I would drink for the purpose of numbing. Wouldn't drink for the purpose of enjoying it. I'd drink for the purpose of being numb. But my major one, other than being an ultimate couch potato, was withdrawing from people, withdrawing from society. And my wife recognized that. And, but I, started recognizing other things. I had a lot of internal anger. I had a lot of depression. And when you equal depression plus withdrawal, it's a bad thing. So with that said, I started the process of healing. I will never be healed, I don't think, but I'll always be learning from my pain. I can tell you that my PTSD has caused me to start something totally different in my life. As I said earlier in this video, that I've taken a brief stint, furlough as you would call it, out of the world of EMS and firefighting, and now have repurposed my life to be a first responder for first responders. I've created a ministry with another gentleman in my church to reach out to fire, police, and EMS officers. Lifeline Ministries of Tennessee. You can look us up on Facebook. But our goals are simple: is to support and love up on those men and women who are in fire, police, and EMS, just like you and I, who are suffering from just what life has thrown us on a grand scale. And it is a grand scale what we deal with every day in the field. And we also want to eventually provide free of charge counseling support for people in our region. And heck, one day we might be nationwide. We just don't know. But right now we're starting in our region to provide free, no charge counseling support for fire, police, and EMS personnel. And it'd be anonymous support with some great counselors in our area. But recognizing that I can take my pain and turn it something good has been a great coping mechanism. Another great positive coping mechanism other than my family is getting outside, enjoying the outdoors, enjoying the job that I am in now that puts me on the road occasionally, and going disc golf. And I want to tell you the secret of disc golf. I'm approaching the 6-minute mark here, and I got to be quick. But my partner and I, my last partner on an ambulance, before I took my stint, we would play tons of disc golf and use that as a tool to debrief each other. And with that said, I want to close this video in saying that we need to do a buddy check daily. We need to look to our left. We need to look to our right. And we need to see, okay, is everything right with my partner? And is everything right within me? And what do I need to do within me to fix me? And what do I need to do after I fix me to help my partner? Because if you're like me and was like me and is like me, you wouldn't know until you ask to the left or to the right that your partner, he or she, might be suffering from the same thing. So I encourage you guys as I close to do a buddy check. Look around. We're not going to have signs hanging on our necks. We're not going to be announcing to the world with big neon signs that, hey, I have PTSD or hey, I need help. Take that time out to look, to be compassionate, and be ready to listen, because our hearts hurt. Somewhere in there, our hearts hurt. If you also got some time, check out our ministries, Lifeline Ministries of Tennessee on Facebook, Lifeline Ministries TN. Check us out, like our page. We post things on there from time to time. We post things from Behind the Shield, the Dark Side Project. And then find as many pages like that in your area. Find people like you and take that negative pain, take that hurt, and spin it around and turn it into something positive. Be safe out there as you serve the community, and God bless, and I love you.